My name is Brianna Meissner, and this is my special occasion speech. This is my audience. You're my anchor, my safety, my hero, my dad, and you are loved more than you will ever know. My father is this and a lot more. He's there for me when I need him the most. All my life, he has been there guiding me, teaching me, and loving me. My dad is more than just a good father, he's also a great friend. As a little girl, my dad was always my role model. I wanted to be just like him. I sang with him when he would practice performing for the church. I would even follow him when he would rock around the living room. Whenever he practiced his trumpet or gave trumpet lessons, I would sit in my white rocking chair and listen. He would read stories to me and my little brother whenever we wanted, even when he was busy doing something important. In the wintertime, he would help me make snowmen. And during Easter, he would help me dye Easter eggs. He taught me a lot of things, ranging from knowing the difference between right and wrong and helping me with homework when it got hard. He even helped me with piano music for my piano lessons. He always made sure he had time for his children. As I got older, time spent with my father decreased. I had extracurricular activities which required more of my time, and my dad got moved to a different department at his job, which required him to spend more time at work and even some extra time working at home. Despite there being less time for him to spend with me, he would always do his best to support me in my extracurricular activities. He would make sure he could come to every concert he could. He would even come to towns like Dickinson and Jamestown to watch my volleyball games and my track meets. It was always fun when he came to my track meets. Since I was the only female thrower in my grade, I was able to warm up quickly, and then I always had some free time to talk to my dad. Since I was his little princess, he would worry about me and wonder what I was doing. Just as with many family relationships, they weren't as good as they could be. I wanted to grow up and explore, but my dad just didn't want me to grow up fast. He wouldn't always let me do what I wanted to do for the concern of my safety. We also had our fights, often about practicing my instruments. I didn't want to practice my instruments as much as he wanted me to. I felt like it was a waste of time, but in the long run, it made me a much better player. I became first chair throughout middle school and made the top band in high school as a freshman. I'm really glad he made me practice as much as I did. He was always the best father he could be, even when it didn't seem that way. Now, as a young adult, he's taught me even more. Not with things like lessons or homework, but real-life situations and how to deal with them. We hardly ever see each other anymore, because he's at work by the time I wake up, and I work right after school, and by the time I get home, he's mostly sleeping. I wish we had more time together, but I know that it really isn't possible. But you can tell I'm my father's daughter, because we both have the same love for music and performing for others. He understands me on a musical level. I can talk to him about anything relating to music, whether it's asking him to help me practice or asking for his opinion on my performances. He shares my excitement when I have a success and is there for me during my falls. But no matter what happens, my dad is always there for me. and I know he's proud of me. And I feel really lucky to have a dad like him. My dad has always been my role model, my teacher, and supporter from when I was little up until now. We don't have as much time with each other as we used to, but my dad does his best to make sure he's always there for me. And I know he loves me very much. With all my love, your little princess.